Alright, what's going on, folks? Hero here, and welcome back to another episode of Real Talk. This is the on again, off again series where I take a topic or a subject and I give my real, unfiltered thoughts about it. Now, just for disclaimer purposes, some of the things I will say will be harsh, but just know that they always come from a place of goodwill and good intention. And in this episode, as you can read from the title, we're going to be talking about the difference between supporting and begging. Now, what do I mean by that? Let me give you a brief definition of both those topics so you kind of have something in mind as we go along with this episode. Now, this is going to be my definition of support and begging. Yours may vary, but I believe they kind of fall under the same umbrella. So what it means to support. Support for me means that whenever I see someone that I know they're doing either a Facebook video or a YouTube video or a Twitch stream, or they're trying to sell something and they're using social media to kind of like push that item or push that stream. If I'm, supporting them, if I like them, or if I enjoy their content, or I know that they have the same goal as I do to try and make it somewhere, for me, I'm going to either share that post, or I'm going to tune into that stream, or I'm going to watch that video, leave a like on that video, etc., because I know that person, I support that person, I know that person trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, and I want them to succeed as much as I think I want them for me to succeed. So for me, sharing that video or showing to someone else that might be interested in that video, if I'm not interested in it, that's to me the definition of support. So begging in that same aspect, if I share a video on YouTube and I post it on Facebook, right? If I'm inboxing people on my Facebook friends list saying, hey, I just posted this video, I see you haven't liked it on Facebook, go ahead and like it on Facebook if you don't mind. Hey, I just posted this video, I see you haven't left a comment on it on YouTube. And go, why you haven't left a comment yet? Why haven't you liked the video? I still see you haven't shared it on your Facebook wall. Why haven't you shared it yet? That comes across as begging. That is very close-minded, and I do not approve of that method whatsoever. And I understand how that can be annoying, and in the long run, that's really gonna fuck you over. So what brings about this topic? Well, some of you may know, if you're a social media head, the whole Popeye's chicken sandwich thing that's been happening, right? People got word of mouth out there because Popeye's always had this chicken sandwich on sale, but now word of mouth is like, oh, this chicken sandwich is the shit. And then social media got ahead of it, and then people kept, pushing it forward and forward. And now we have this whole meme culture with the, Popeye's chicken biscuit, Chick-fil-A, etc. And it got to talking with me and a friend. Was basically talking, was like, hey, do you realize how powerful word of mouth is? Like, that one person telling this other person, and then this one person told a bunch of people who was really famous on social media, and now it's this huge thing. Why can't we do that for each other? We both try and do the same thing. We're both trying to make it in either YouTube or Twitch or some other fashion. Why can't we support each other the same way that's getting supported? And I know it's sort of a little bit of a different thing with the small business or a big franchise business versus people trying to make it on YouTube and Twitch. But that same mindset, that same energy can be applied to showing support for someone. For example, like I mentioned earlier, I see that one of my friends, post a video about, let's say for example, he does a lot of military type videos, right? Now, I don't have a lot of interest in the military myself, but because I know that he's trying to do something, he's trying to be successful, and as a friend of mine, as someone that I've known for a long time, I'm going to try and help him out the best way I can. I may not like the video, but I know friends on my friends list who are into the military type stuff, so what harm does it do for me to actually share that video to my people on Facebook? So someone that they might like it, they can share it, and then that traffic goes forward with word of mouth. Now, I'm not saying you have to do this for every one of your friends. That's impossible. I get that. But it's more along the facts of like a trust thing where you've known someone, let's say for 10 plus years, right? And you've both been trying to work towards the same goals. You've always hung out, whether it's been on Xbox Live, when you've met face to face, you've shared the same roof together, stuff like that. Yet we can't seem to actually like show up to a Twitch stream or show up to a Facebook stream or show up to a YouTube video or something like that, even though we're working towards the same goals. And there's been plenty of discussions where, hey man, we need to start doing this. It's just kind of like, I'm trusting you to do this. I'm not expecting anything back. I'm just saying, just know that I got your back type thing. It just seems a little, not necessarily frustrating, it's just kind of mind-boggling to where a group of people who are all working towards the same thing, trying to do the same thing, can't seem to work together. And by work together, I don't mean collaboration videos and stuff like that. That's a totally different thing. I just mean like, hey, my homeboy's streaming right now, go check him out. Oh, hey, he just posted a new Facebook video, go check that out. Or hey, this dude's talking about cars, I know some of you guys are car heads, check it out. Or sneakerheads, hey, this dude's reviewing the new Jordans or something, go check it out, type thing. That small little stuff like that. But not even just things like sharing or, liking a video. Sometimes constructive criticism is the best type of support that you can show. If you think your friend's video sucks or you think his mixtape sucks, okay, you know what? That's understandable. We're not all gonna like the same thing. But why does it suck? If you can tell him in a constructive way why it sucks and how he can improve, right there, you just showed some of the best support that you could for someone. Now, you may not like what they're doing, but you're like, hey, you can try doing this, this, and this. Hey, maybe you shouldn't make the video as long or something, or maybe you should change the beat up a little bit here on this verse. Stuff like that constructive criticism is also another type of support that we could be showing for each other. But instead, we usually get the things like, hey, this video just sucks, that's why I don't watch it. It's like, okay, why does it suck? And then you don't have an answer, or why didn't you like it? Like, feedback is a good type of support that no one seems to want to do, because I guess we're afraid of hurting each other's feelings. But at the same time, as the person receiving that feedback, you have to understand, like, not everyone's gonna like your stuff, or someone's gonna have something to say about it. You just kind of take it with an open mind. Now, you don't have to listen to it, but getting that feedback is also crucial for growing. So it's also very encouraged, at least for me. It's very encouraging to see that type of feedback on videos or on streams or stuff like that. That being said, I understand that we can't share everyone's stuff. We have way too many friends trying to do way too many things, and it's impossible to support everyone. Just look and see, hey, if this dude's doing the same thing that I'm doing, share that same type of energy, try and help them out as much as they would help you out. That's really what I'm trying to get across from this, I guess, is show the same support that you're getting from your peers. Alright, so now we come across to the begging side. As I explained earlier, begging is, for me actually going to people's inboxes personally and asking them, hey, why haven't you liked this video? Why aren't you in my stream? Why aren't you doing this? Please go do this. Please go do that. Please go do this, this, and this. To me, that comes across as begging, and that's something that I would never want to do. I feel like in the past I have done it before, and this is kind of like when I was first starting out, I thought that was the kind of the way to do it, but that's not the case. You don't ever want to force someone to do something or plead for someone to do something, because at the end of the day, if they're not going to do it, they're not going to do it. We're all adults here mostly, and we have that mindset of like, you know what, I'm not going to do it. If I keep hammering on the fact that, hey, why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you doing it? You're just going to blow me off. And you have every right to do so, because I'm bothering you. I'm, pushing something on you that you're not interested in. And I know that kind of blends into what I said earlier, if you're not interested in something, but you might know someone. That just comes the lines of, if you support that person, what they're doing, you may not like the content, but you like the energy that they're giving out. You know that they're working hard, and you know someone that might be interested in it. That's a little bit different than me, coming to your inbox saying, hey, why aren't you liking this video? Why haven't you liked it yet? Why haven't you personally did this for me? That's when it goes into begging, when you personally try and get someone to do something. To me, that comes across as more as begging. And it's a little harder to come back from that line once you start begging, because now every time you post a video or something, people are gonna be like, oh, here he goes again. He's always asking for something. He's always asking for this, this, and this. And that's not really the case. And it's tough to get out of that rut once you start getting into it. It's hard to stop that begging energy once you start giving it out, if that makes sense. So let's give a quick example, right? I've known someone for years, right? We went to high school together, we grew up together, stuff like that. We split apart as people usually do. A few years later, we're still Facebook friends, stuff like that. I noticed that he starts posting YouTube videos, right? And it's maybe on something that I'm not really interested in, but I see that he's really putting in a lot of work. He's putting in a lot of shares. And you know what? As someone that I used to be a friend with, I figured, you know what? What's the harm of me sharing one video, right? What's the harm of me sharing, something or making a like on his post, right? What harm does that do to me or to him? So I decided to share that video, and he was like, oh, thanks, man. I appreciate you sharing the video. Then we, kind of catch back up. He sees I post a video. He's not interested in my gaming videos, right? He has no interest in gaming, but it's like, you know what? I remember that dude trying to help me out when posting a couple of my videos. Let me do the same thing type thing. It's kind of like a trust and not necessarily loyalty system, just more like a trust and a kind of like appreciation for each other. It's like, you know what, he did something solid for me, I'm gonna do something solid for him. Now, of course, there's no expectation of that, right? There's no reason that I should expect him to share my video after I shared his video. Again, we haven't talked to each other for a couple of years. We're not the same type of people as we used to be, but you know what, he's still a friend. I see what he's trying to do. I see he's trying to make it. Let me go ahead and throw down a share or throw down a like or something, right? All right, let's take that same scenario. Dude shares a video about cats. I'm not really interested in cats, and I decide to move on with my life, right? It's like nothing ever happened. He messages me because he posted out a couple of videos. I haven't really, looked at them or liked them or anything like that. He comes in, it's like, bro, why haven't you liked my videos? Why haven't you shared my videos, man? We used to, we've been friends, man. What happened? I thought we was tight. Where you been at? It's like, whoa, first of all, we haven't talked in years. Like, you're coming at me with some type of negative energy right now, with some type of expectation. And that's not the case. Like, you can't come at someone with expectation that they're gonna like and share your stuff, because at the end of the day, people are gonna like what they like and they're gonna hate what they hate. If people aren't gonna support you, they're not gonna support you. Just remember that they need to keep that same energy when you start doing things, you start getting successful, and then they want to try and come back and ask you for that type of help and support. Just remember to keep that same type of energy, right? If you're not gonna show people support, don't expect that type of support back, right? I think that's fair, and I think that's the same type of energy people need to have whenever, we start doing these YouTube or video or Twitch things. Is like, show the same type of energy and support that you would. If you're not going to show it, don't expect it. I think that's very fair. Alright, and just one more thing before we actually end the video. I've seen that there was a discussion that was hit up where someone was saying, it's kind of relation to the whole Popeyes thing, right? It's like, hey, people who are comparing, why aren't you getting successful like the people from, Popeye's Chicken Sandwich BS? Why aren't you putting in the work? You're not putting in enough work. That's why you're not being discovered. Put in the work. Shut up. Stop asking for people to check out your stuff. Stop posting people to check out your stuff. Put in the work, and then you'll be successful. To that, I want to say, fuck you. Right? Because that's not how that works. For a fact that's not how that works. We all know how powerful word of mouth is. We all know how powerful a good support system is. And I think that's what people are asking for whenever they're making videos, is a good foundation, a good support system. Yeah, granted, if they're not putting in the work, if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, if they're not pumping out quality videos, if they're not pumping out quality music, I get that. You know what? Not everyone's meant to succeed, right? But if you're sitting there seeing people grind in and out every day, pumping out videos, making music, trying as hard as they can, working their ass off, and then you want to get mad, or you want to say, fuck you, you're not putting enough work, you don't deserve it, to that I say again, fuck you. Because we all know, prior to you blowing up, right, prior to you being successful, the 15-20 minutes of fame, you was in the same boat as everyone else. You was sitting up there posting up videos, getting 100, 200, 300 likes, or not 300 likes, sorry, 300 views, and you sitting there like, hey man, you know what? We make good quality stuff. We make high content. We make great content. Why aren't we popular yet? Why aren't we viral? Why aren't we getting the views we deserve? I wish people would share our stuff. I wish more people would view our stuff. Man, if the right person would tweet it, right person would, give us a shout out or something, we could definitely make it. And guess what happened? People, word of mouth happened for you. Word of mouth worked out to your advantage. One person saw it, they shared it with another person, 10 people saw it, those 10 people told another people, that's 100 people, and then out of those hundreds of thousands of people, that one person told the right person, and then you got shared on the right site, and that's how that video went viral. That's how you became popular. That's how you started from the bottom, like the rest of us, and then you rose your way up to the top, right? So try not to forget that. Don't forget where you was before you got popular, because that's where everyone else is right now. That's where the other people who are grinding out, putting in the work, putting in the effort are, right? Don't forget that. Because it's bullshit that you can sit there and say, well, you're not putting in the work, when clearly they are putting in the work, or you don't know that person's situation, or you don't even check out that person's content. That's what really gets me the most. When I notice that people will say that, but not even checking out your content. They're just assuming that you don't put in the work, right? Because you don't have the numbers. I think that's what really gets me the most, and that's really what pisses me off, right? Because I know for a fact that these people don't check out these people's music. They don't check out this guy's video. They don't tune into the stream, right? And that bothers me because you're not even there to even say if you like or hate the content. You're just talking out of your ass at that point, and that really just frustrates me. Anyway, sorry about that little rant there. I had to get that off my chest, but that's kind of the whole thing of Real Talk, right? Real unfiltered thoughts, my thoughts and opinions on it. What do you guys think about supporting versus begging? What do you guys think about people saying that you're not putting in enough work when you try and put effort into something? Let me know in the comments below. Let's get a discussion started. And I want to thank you guys for watching the video all the way through. If you have, I greatly appreciate it. You know, typical stuff. If you like it, like it. If you dislike it, dislike it. Let me know how these videos go, because I do like making these videos. I just want to know what you guys think about the videos. Should I bring in another person to do it for like a one-on-one, real talk, make this to a podcast type thing? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.